I guess this is my swan song. Probably like every other district governor who stood at a podium like this, I am filled with mixed emotions. Now, my family will tell you I have no emotions, but that's another story. There are many people I must thank. First, to my wife of 37 years, Sue. 3.5 years ago, Sue was at best an observer to the works of Rotary, and now she has become a full-fledged partner with me, fully understanding what we do and why we do it. Attending events when she can, supporting me all the way. When this journey started, I'm not even sure she knew what a Paul Harris Fellow was, and now she is one. Both of us developed new friendships as a direct result of this privilege, and we enjoyed new experiences. It truly has been a great ride. I'm proud to have all three of my children here tonight. Hillary, Ashley, and Andy, they're all sitting right here, and my future son-in-law, Adam. I have to mention, there were many times the wedding plans had to revolve around a Rotary schedule. But in a few short months, my family expands, and maybe by next district conference, it expands even more. We're hoping. Just to share something in Yiddish, which is kind of the colloquial language for Hebrew, I'm looking forward to being a Zadie, all right? And my wife, I'll probably never see her if we have a grandchild, but that's another story. Special thanks to my club, the Rotary Club of Latrobe. What can I say, guys? Truly, there is no way this would have happened without your support. I'm proud to be a Latrobe Rotarian and always will be. And I truly and sincerely hope every one of you in this room feels the same way about your own club. My district conference committee. Sean, stand up. Where are you at? Right here. Oh, there you are. He's standing up. Now, I have to share with you, Sean was a newcomer to the whole idea of this conference. New ideas were brought forward, the committee was effective, and I personally think he did one hell of a job. And I know both of us had more than one sleepless night, but here we are at the end. This year would have been a lot harder without my district trainer and longtime friend, Jeff Malloy. You heard him mentioned here earlier. Unfortunately, he's on a business trip in Florida and could not join us. Like many district governors of late, I do have an employer. And I will tell you, Latrobe Chevrolet Ford had to make accommodations to facilitate this past year. I've told my employer, and he is here this evening, his name's Lud, this really was his fault. Even though he was not my sponsor, he was really the one who introduced me to Latrobe Rotary back in the early 90s. That's 1990, not 1890, just for the record. To be accurate, I was really introduced to Latrobe Rotary right in this very room. Lud, thank you. I should also mention that our club, like many of yours, does the backpack project to help the kids. You heard about that in this morning's session. Well, it gets a little better. A couple months ago, Lud asked me what happens during the summer months, and the answer was nothing. Basically, his next words, I will sponsor this project for the summer. So now the kids in Latrobe who are hungry, are suffering from food shortage, will now have a backpack every week. Lud, would you please stand to be recognized? He told me he'd kid me the whole way along this journey, and he also said he'd support me, and he did both. My assistant governors, please stand. Where are you guys at? I know some of you are out there. Donna, there's Ed, all right, Lane. You know, having a full-time job in addition to being a governor required me truly to lean on these folks quite a bit, and my sincere thanks. Many of you know there are two people I truly wanted here this evening. My sponsor, Jack Townsend, and my PDG advisor, Dick Kovac. Unfortunately, both had lost their battles to cancer, but two other people were there from the beginning. Our husband and wife team of PDGs, George and Colleen Wood. You know, our true association goes back to my year as club president. They've been there to answer all my questions and guide me on everything from the foundation dinner to points of etiquette, even up till a couple hours ago. And truly I couldn't be there. I will also share, they are not only generous with their time and their advice, they are truly generous with their wallets when it comes to supporting the foundation. Really, to be accurate, every PDG virtually has been helpful to me, and I don't think there's one I have not called or hasn't called me at some time during the year. There are so many people that helped make this year. Club presidents, would you please stand? You guys are the heroes of this year. Thank you. Like virtually every other governor before, and I hope after, I shared a fact with my club presidents. They are the true leaders of Rotary. District jobs, although important, pale in comparison to the job of the club president. They are the ones that either make or break their club, hence the district, and hence Rotary as a whole. This group not only did their job, they excelled at it. The rest of the district team, Dave, Mark, Maria, Carrie, Pat, truly just too many to name. And of course, the governors to come, Matt, Pam, and Steve, we truly did work as a team. And of course, I would be remiss if I did not mention our RI President's rep, David Inc. Now, I'm not quite sure what David and Helen expected, or if they knew exactly what they were getting into. I started sending them, as you heard, the fireside chats and illuminations as soon as they were assigned, and hoped they got to know our personality, which is a little odd sometimes. A very special thanks to Frank and Mary Aiello for serving as the aides to the Ings. They just did a fantastic job. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Mary. I want to thank our esteemed past Rotary International president. Now, some of you may think that's a formalized platitude. Let me assure you, it is anything but. Years ago, I and my partner in crime, who you met earlier this evening and did the invocation, Clifton Sear, concocted this crazy idea to have a centennial celebration. Some of you may remember it. Cliff and I approached DGE back then, Tom Uram, with the idea, and then this guy named Keller said, we should have breakfast and talk about it. How hard could it be to invite the sitting president of Rotary to a celebration? Well, we know that answer, don't we? As many of you know, the event did happen, and Rotary had one hell of a celebration that year. If it was not for Chuck taking the time and meeting with an overzealous incoming club president back in 2004, I truly do not know if I'd be standing up here this evening. Again, that proved that even to a Rotarian who has been to the top, the value of a club president is truly known. President-elects never forget that. The district team of administrators, you've made this job a lot easier with your different expertises. Thank you. And maybe last but surely not least, a special thanks to all the individuals, businesses, and clubs that helped sponsor this evening and this conference. And that, quite frankly, is why we do have an open bar through the evening. So I knew that would be a great resounding. But the clubs, A&S Pistol Range, I mean, just, Todd, thank you so much. You've really helped make this event an even more special time. The awards have been presented. The pins have been passed. And in a few minutes, some guy is probably going to try and hypnotize me. I still say I can't be, but we'll find out. But before that happens, I do want to share what a great year it was. I'm not going to bore you with the statistics, but I do want to share that District 7330 completed the mission to light up Rotary. Now, if you'll give me just 1 second here. Yeah, what the heck do we have going on here? Trying to light this damn thing, it's not working. There we go. Maybe. Is this a trick candle here, guys? Ah, there we go. But as we now dim the lights on this past year, I ask you to focus on this single candle. As we learned this year, the Confucian saying, "It is truly better to light a single candle than to sit and curse the darkness," truly holds meaning to us. The candle gave us a focal point. The candle gave us light. The candle gave us warmth, and the candle gave us direction. We lit up our communities. We lit up the world. And it is almost time to move into a new theme. Although I truly pass this candle and this torch to Matt, and Matt to Pam, and Pam to Steve, the candle which resides in our hearts and our souls will never be extinguished. We have lit up Rotary, and we have lit up our own lives. And now, there we go. And now, it is time to be a gift to the world. On behalf of our district governor, incoming district governor, I thank each and every one of you for the opportunity, for the support, for all you do for Rotary and the world every day. We have made a difference. We do make a difference, and by God, we will continue to make a difference.